Hey everyone, Oz here. Welcome back to the channel for another game of Mechabellum. Today we are up against Doxun. So everyone is a fan of Doxun. Doxun's what a great guy. If you're a fan of Doxun, can I get a woof in the comments? A woof in the chat? All right. Doxun, a very great player, very strong player, has been playing in Meg 1 for a little while, often in a lot of these larger tournaments. Also going to be playing in the upcoming Mechabellum Mini Masters tournament. So stay tuned for that because that's going to be coming in December. We're going to be casting that with a lot of our friends here. And of course, Odyssey, my brother, is going to be playing in that tournament as well, being that he won the season 3, I think it was, 3 or 4, something like that. So Mechabellum Mini Masters is coming back. It's going to be sort of the top, yeah, it was season 3. So the top 2, so first and second in each of the first 4 seasons, they're coming back for a special round of 8 finals event. So that'll be fun. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, back to this game. We are marksman spec. Doxun is aerial spec. Very strong spec here, especially with the sort of boat or Raiden meta. Doxun deploying on the right side here. Hopefully, I mean, I guess trying to get into a headbutt with these vertical sledges here. But we actually juke them out. We actually go on the left side. I take Odyssey's advice there. I say, you know what? I disrespect these walls. I disrespect these armor cannons. I do not respect them whatsoever. I don't think they can stop me. We're just going to push through anyway, and we force a crossfire situation here. I don't particularly enjoy going into headbutts. I think they're, I don't know, they're too stressful. I have a hard time navigating them. Sometimes the positioning is very wild. So I'd much rather do a, as I said, like a asymmetrical sort of crossfire situation. It gives us more room for deploying units and also allows us to choose when to defend, when to attack, and where to deploy, and timing is really critical of everything. So here's what's happened here. We have the round 2 unit drop, and we actually went for the Fang. Doxun goes for the Wasp. The reason why we chose the Fang as opposed to any of this other stuff is, well, we don't want arc lights necessarily. We're into hounds. We want hounds for our chaff clear. I'm a big fan of hounds currently. And with the Fangs, what we can do is we can sort of start to deploy a more standard formation here on the right. We also had our unit drop this turn. This is the marksman drop from our spec. So what we can do is we can actually get 3 deploys here. We can get the 2 deploys from the Fangs. We can get the 3 deploy from the marksman. And all of a sudden, we actually have pretty serious defense on this side out of nowhere, while we're still being very strong on this side. So Doxun round 2 immediately goes for that oil to slow us down. Also pulls us on the right here. We actually have a flank on both sides. So kind of crazy, just throwing things everywhere. And thankfully, our Fangs do deal with those Wasps. But unfortunately, with the double tower timing, doesn't look too good for us. Although we have all of these crawlers on this right tower, and we are able to clear that tower. Now with this, looks like we're going to be able to collapse in and completely surround Doxun's remaining units. And I'm looking for levels here. We had a level on that Hound, it looked like, maybe. Maybe not. Levels on Sabers would be very good as well. Do not get any of those. Intensive offered, heavy, nano, and efficient tech. Doxun goes efficient tech. Yeah, some interesting choices here. We end up taking the efficient tech as well. We have a lot, well, we're still early, so efficient tech means we can take that. We can actually tech our hounds in round 3. We get range, and that'll help us deal with these more quickly and from a distance. And then we kind of don't have enough money and deploys and stuff here, and I believe that this is going to be lit up on fire, right? We're gonna get on fire here. So what I want to do is pull these back to deal with the flank here, not have them die immediately in the fire. And that will keep them around a bit longer. It'll protect our tower. We don't need to spend money upgrading that tower, theoretically, and we can just get more deployments. Gonna deploy on the right here. Looks like more crawlers. We're trying to slow this down as much as possible. If we can slow this down, then our marksmen should be able to just, you know, start popping off. And yeah, hopefully this looks pretty good. Nice beacon here, I think. This lights immediately, obviously, but our sabers are still going forward. They're going to have no problem going through that fire. But we don't have anything on the left side here to deal with these wasps. So Doxun finds an opening. And on the right side, we kill that, and it looks like just barely we're able to stay alive. No, we're just a little bit too slow here. All these do get pulled over to the right. The ones that we pulled back move to the right. So they are kind of coming back to defend a bit. We do get that tower. And actually, it looks like we're able to clean this up, maybe? Don't have very many units that shoot up left. But at the very least, we're not going to take a lot of damage here. Yeah. So nothing left to shoot up. Doxun gets this round. Get a couple levels on the Hound, which is quite good. Ion Blast is offered, but it's awkward. It's expensive and awkward. Doxun goes for Efficient Giant, and this is where things can get scary, right? We have Aerial Spec with Efficient Giant, and it looks like Doxun's going to go right into the Overlord here. Already has built these Wasps, so Wasps are going to be able to help protect the Overlord. We do only have our level 3 marksman here. We can click AA, so this can be strong against the Overlords, but you know, it already has some support with these Wasps. Also, looks like Mothership is available as well to also help keep those Overlords alive. We saw one sort of undid there. We take this Rhino Assault. I'm worried about getting a Rhino Assault in the back here, so we do Rhino Assault back here. Although perhaps we could just do another beacon in the back. Oh, we beacon this side. Wait, do we? Not sure why we do that side. Might have been good to bring this Saber back, because that'll help deal with Rhino if it's there, and then we could actually use our Rhino somewhere else. Yeah, okay. We do that, but we do also still have the safety run. We moved over a little bit in case it drops over here, then we'll run over. A couple good missiles there from Doxun. We clean up the right side fairly quickly, and yeah, now we notice that this Overlord has been chosen. And there's a lot of stuff here. Our marksman is not going to be able to get those targets, but we do have this Mustang here. We got the Mustangs on the left and the right to help deal with these Wasps. Because Doxun gave us a Wasp problem on the left here last turn. This is why we've invested in the Mustangs this turn. And it's going to help clear some of these units here. Level 2 tower. We get the tower. And it's going to be close. This Overlord is coming in for the marksman. Oh, but just barely the Hounds get in the way. And now the marksman gets a good lock here. And we're just barely going to win this round. This could have gone very differently had it shot at the tower or the marksman. We would not really have been able to kill it. Lose a lot of our damage there. So got a bit lucky with that targeting. Unit drop offered. We got Sandworm, Arclight, Storms, and Boons. 3 squads of rank 2 Arclight. I'm looking at this board and like Sandworm seems not great into the Overlord. Overlord does quite well against Sandworm, but we are pretty, I don't know, fucked against the Sandworm. Like this is very, very strong, especially because Doxun has Efficient Giant. But we do go for a play here with the Arclight, and we go for armor right away. And what we're doing is we're deploying in the corners here, And what this is going to do, it's going to force these wasps to come back. And also all these crawlers, the second row of crawlers here, even if there's more over here, they're going to also come back. So it's going to leave, hopefully, these overlords a bit exposed. And that maybe, eventually, when we can afford it and do it, we get the aerial tech, hopefully we're going to be able to get locks on those overlords because that chaff will be forced into the back. We are able to beacon now over to this tower. We no longer have to deal with rhino threat or anything like that, so we can focus on this tower. And like I said, with this in the back here, we should hopefully pull. Maybe we can get some good tower timing. We do also have this arc light, which should be able to tank a bit here. And now we can oil, slow things down. Oh, wait, we put it here. Okay, so there's crawlers here. This will help. Garbage on the flank. And yeah, now we see that sandworm, which is kind of scary. We don't have a lot of damage here. We ended up buying another marksman, putting it on the side to try to help deal with this overlord. We also do have a safety marksman on the left, just in case we need it. And also, this is our strong side, so we do keep one. So even if we end up in a crossfire where we lose our tower and gain this tower and whatever, we're going to hopefully have this one marksman still alive, able to help us with the overlord if we lose both of our marksmen over here. And we're going to be able to get that tower, and this marksman goes down and the crawlers are in on our tower. And unfortunately, the marksman is shooting at crawlers. If we had AA, maybe it would have locked onto that overlord, but unfortunately that's not the case. We do still have this guy remaining, but there's some... Nope, okay, we do have some Mustangs. Marksman under threat from the crawlers, does stay alive, and just barely can't survive there. We almost made that happen. Almost. Assault Raiden offered. Portable shield, absorption module, and shield airdrop. Absorption, obviously a great pick. Portable shield also could be a good pick here, but yeah, absorption for the level 2 overlord. We're not quite sure what to do here. I don't think we have units that can really take those items. I mean, like, we have these sabers, but it doesn't feel great, you know, putting those items on these sabers because they're still going to die pretty quickly to the overlord. So I don't think it's worth it. So we go for the shield instead, which, you know, saves us a bit of money on buying a shield. Also, I mean, shield has 50,000 from the airdrop, and there's only 40,000 from the actual shield item. In case you guys don't know, it's an extra 10,000 shield. We do get this fire badger, which we unlocked last turn, so we have access to that, and we can light this on fire. Hopefully deal with the chaff here. So now we have chaff moving to the back, we have chaff lighting on fire, and it should hopefully leave these overlords open. We do click A on our marksman this turn. Hopefully we can get that done. Looks like oil is coming down again, round 6. Still got 300 bucks, and we end up going for the hacker here. So this play is to take the sandworm. I didn't quite know what else to do with my money here, but hopefully, you know, if all this stuff dies, all the chaff, we can get a lock on the sandworm. I didn't know if there was going to be more sandworm, sold the sandworm, more overlord, what. We do manage to take that sandworm. Unfortunately, I did not have enough money for enhanced control, which would be amazing, right? Going to sandworm, enhanced control is awesome. Then you get the sandworm hacked and you get it at 100% life. We have this tower under threat now. You know, all these wasps were pulled to the back, taking a long time to clear that arc light. Now we get that tower, our Mustangs can come in and clear that, and our aerial marksman can clean up those boats. So it looks like the timing of everything worked out perfectly for us, and we do tons and tons of damage here. So that was awesome. We have such a great defense here. But again, that was the oil turn. So are we going to be able to deal with the chaff this round? Efficient giant chosen again for Doxun. So this is getting scary that card is offered yet again. We have to end this game as soon as possible. If we go into a late game against this with Doxun, we have no chance of surviving. None. 0. So what can we do? we had the shield up. We can shield in the back here. Actually, sorry, this was another shield drop that was offered. We got a bit lucky here. We take the shield. We can shield this side. It's going to keep our arc light alive even longer. Better yet, we can deploy some Mustangs here. The Mustang now should be able to kill these wasps. It's going to stay alive from that bubble. So this could work out really well for us. And we've got 750. We got some more Mustang. We are worried about this mothership tech being chosen. And again, we're not quite sure what Doxun is going to do here. I mean, Doxun intelligently sells that Sandworm because this turn we do go for enhanced control. We get that extra hacker just in case there was another worm here. So we have, you know, positioning here for the worms. I think maybe this was a mistake on my part. We didn't need to get this because that was sold. Maybe we could have done something else. However, that's our choice. We do try to beacon around the oil here. We're trying not to run into the fire. Round starts. Let's see what happens. And over here on the right, it looks like that shield keeping everything alive. Left side, we're kind of navigating around this. Now, the Mustangs spawn in. They're able to do quite a lot of damage to those wasps. All of the chaff has been cleared, and we're getting good locks on our marksmen. Hello. Left side, we are getting through this oil. Unfortunately, that saber gets a bit stuck, but we just have so much stuff left over here. And with that, we do so much damage. We're actually able to win the game, thankfully. Very, actually, closer game than it looks from the health here. With all of these very strong eco late game cars, you know, efficient tech, double efficient giant, aerial spec, like this. If we didn't win this turn, I feel like very quickly this would have spun out of control for us. We've only got 3,000 HP. These bad boys do tons and tons of damage when they survive for the round. But yeah, thankfully we were able to survive. Not enough units here protecting the overlords, and we were able to get the victory. So good game, Doxun. Good game. Well played. It's always fun playing against you. Woof, shout out. And I hope you guys enjoy that game. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good day, guys.